Well, this is the first time we've really used the potential of our temporary exhibition space. For the first time, we're filling the whole of the temporary exhibition space. This is this is an exhibition we've created ourselves, and really, it's using the whole of the building for the first time, and so it's a very exciting moment for us at the Ashmolean, because this is now going to be one of the great temporary exhibition venues right in the centre of the country. In this case, we've been working with the museum in Ravenna, and so we've had a lot of collaboration, of course, with them. It has 150 objects within it, so some of those, of course, come from our own collections, but many have to be gathered from all over the country and from abroad. So it's a complex process. It's very hard work for a lot of people within the Ashmolean, and I think they've really pulled it off. I think it looks absolutely marvellous. I'm very, very pleased. We've had huge visitor numbers since we've reopened in November. We've been getting 100,000 visitors a month. And in a fortnight's time we'll welcome our millionth visitor. So enormous numbers, and this is on the basis, this makes us by far the most visited museum outside London in this country, and quadruples the number of visitors we were getting before the redevelopment.
The Pre-Raphaelites and Italy is an exhibition that really examines what they and what we mean by Pre-Raphaelite. It includes some of the showstoppers that everybody is familiar with, the Rossetti portraits of Jane Morris in the 1860s and 70s, but a great deal of material that they won't be familiar with, and I think people will go away thinking, gosh, Italy was a fundamental source of inspiration for the Pre-Raphaelites, but also, oh, I had no idea about that. There are some that are I'm particularly fond of. I suppose the painting by John Brett, Evening at Capri, which hasn't been exhibited since 1866, and which is really a very important painting indeed, is one that I'm especially fond of, partly I suppose because it's completely new, and it's certainly not my discovery, but this is the first time that it'll be exhibited. There are one or two others, but I'm surprised that, having not been brought up as a Pre-Raphaelite specialist, how I've changed my opinion of them, and they are far more sympathetic and technically, apart from Rossetti, they're far more wonderful than I'd really thought before I began on this project.
This is not just a survey, this is not a survey exhibition. One's used to exhibitions with Millet, Holman, Hunt, Burne-Jones and Son, Rossetti and so on. But actually what this does is look through the whole phenomenon through the focus of Italy, how they related to Italy, Italian subjects from literature, but also the Italian landscape. And so in a way it takes a very interesting it's a very interesting take, I think, on Pre-Raphaelitism, and comes at an unusual angle, as it were, to Pre-Raphaelitism, and therefore is extremely illuminating.